Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is Tashwita Gupta with a very important video on ACCA Study Hub. So as you can see on the screen, this is the interface of ACCA Study Hub. And here you have to log in using your credentials. So you have to search ACCA Study Hub. You have to click on login with ACCA Study Hub. Then you will be taken to a website where you have to put your credentials and you'll get this portal on your screen. So now let's take an example of SBR. That's what I teach, right? So let's take an example of SBR. See, here they have four things. One is section. The breakdown is between section, flashcards, practice questions, and quizzes, right? So section includes the syllabus content of SBR. Flashcard, as the name suggests, it's more like when you're revising the roadmap or some key points of the chapter. Then practice question, it might be a past paper question or it might be a new question. So let's see whether we are getting new questions or not. So by now I have, I know the names of SBR questions by heart. So I would be able to recognize whether that is there in a kit or not. Then we have quizzes, right? So all of this is there within our SBR paper and for every exam. So you can see there are how many exams given to you? 26 exams. So AAA, UK version, international version, SBR international, advanced taxation, all the exams, okay, all, not even one is pending from here. So let's just try out our SBR international version. So we'll go to the exam section. We'll click on go to exam. And that would be directing us to the portal where all of the content is available. So here you can see the chapters are available. Now let's pick up one of the very easy bits of IFRSs, that is IFRS 13, fair value. So let's do fair value from here. Let's go to the introduction part of it and understand whether we can use this or not in our preparation. So first of all, if you see the features, you guys on the right side have a calculator given to you. You have a section which tells you how you can highlight something. So, when we are studying something from a online resource, let's suppose I search IFRS 13 on Google, I get some resource. I can't do highlighting part there. Even if I can highlight, it won't stay there forever. This one, if I've highlighted it, if I log out sometime from the portal and come back to the portal, still it would be highlighted, right? So that's like you're taking notes. Then you can also remove the highlight, like you can select this highlighted portion and you can remove it. Then you have the bookmark section. That means I have bookmarked it, I have saved it for later. Then if I have something to add notes to, let's suppose you were doing IFRS 13 and you realized that you missed on the test your understanding from this question. Like from this chapter, you've not covered the test your understanding from your Kaplan. So you just write here that from this chapter, TYU is pending. So you want to add this note, right? Or you have any other note that, for example, you saw a source, maybe you visited my YouTube channel, you find a video on IFRS 13. So you can put the link of that video here as well. So it will give you a consolidated, you can say, note. Now I have added it to the notes. See, I can check my notes here. So on the introduction part of IFRS 13, I've put a note that I have my TYU pending and I've given a link to the video from where I did this introduction explanation, right? Then if I've bookmarked something, that would come here. If I've highlighted something, see, I've highlighted the definition of IFRS 13, so that is also coming here. If I want to delete it, I can just delete the highlight as well. Going back, so if you just see the section of your IFRS 13, let's check out how the concept is given. Is that concept good enough? So see, with the introduction part, they've given you the definition of fair value. That is well and good. We can do it from here. Then they've given you some key points that IFRS 13 describe when an entity should use fair value. Okay, for investment property, we use fair value. The definition fair value is based on exit price rather than the entry price. Okay, so it's not about like you are going, at what price you're going to buy an asset. It is based upon at what price you're going to sell an asset or transfer a liability, right? So it's based on exit price, not entry price. And then they've given you what is the scope of IFRS 13, like IFRS 2 and IFRS 16 falls out of the scope of IFRS 13. Then they've given you definitions of various markets. For non-financial assets, we use highest and best use. Then what is principal market, most advantageous market. Now, guys, when I'm explaining these markets to you in the class, I do take examples or TYUs, right? So that is what is given to you here also. So we follow Kaplan. So we have a TYU on it, same market price, transaction cost, transport cost, to explain that how we evaluate the most advantageous market, how transaction cost plays a role in determination of most advantageous market. So that means it's given to us clearly over here. So again, this is, like, I would say more or less similar to our Kaplan text, but it is a little bit crisp. For SBR, I would say yes, you can, just scroll through it and go through the portal instead of reading the text. But for other subjects, I've seen that this is way too crisp. So here, like market approach, income approach. So here the things are like not consolidated. I cannot print this out. Whereas if I have a book, let's suppose I want to, with market approach, I want to relate something related to the previous definition of fair value, then again, I have to move back to this section. So that is a little difficult task to do. So yes, of course, if you're self-study student and you don't want to invest in your text and you are okay, like for example, many students are there who have passed their ACCA just by reading technical articles. So I mean, it's a way more comprehensive resource than technical articles, right? So as of now, I am feeling that yes, these chapters will be beneficial for self-study students, right? So here their IFRS 13 just ends in like just 5 to 6 pages. So they've given you benefits of IFRS 13, limitations of IFRS 13. So this is very good representation. Now, this is not there in your text. So if you want to refer to the portal, I would say it is like a complementary thing. So once you've done your text, like once you have read the chapter from your text, now you can just go through it quickly, have an overview, like do they have anything extra from that chapter? Right? So that's how you can use ACCA Study Hub initially. Because honestly, guys, let's be kind. I mean, ACCA have just recently introduced it. So of course, there are certain mistakes. I was checking one of the MCQs of FR. So there are mistakes, and that is fine. That happens, right? That's a new thing. So let's just use it as a complementary thing. Then if you see your flashcards, see, the flashcards are very, very important and very, very helpful. I would say even if you don't go through the chapters, you're using text for the chapters as of now. You're not totally substituting your text with the ACCA Study Hub. Then flashcard is something you won't miss. So in my classes also, I'm going to use these flashcards to actually, just revise through the topics. So here, if you see recognition flashcard, they have a proper question on it. So the process of capturing or for inclusion in the statement of financial position or statement of financial performance an item that meets the definition of an element. So this is what we mean by recognition. So do I get this? Yes. What is prudence? Degree of caution? Yeah. So exercise of caution when making estimates under conditions of uncertainty. So do I understand it? Yes. Right. So this is something which you can print also. I mean, just go to the list of it and you can print this from here. And when you print this, you get all the important definitions of that section in one PDF. I would highly, highly recommend that you get this printed in hard copy, keep it in front of you and keep on revising the chapter from this PDF. So I can actually just print this out. So you'll get a PDF out of it, right? So very important resource is flashcard, and see, this is how this PDF would look like. Okay. So this is how we've downloaded all the definitions from that particular section, right? So this is going to help me revise the topics also. So flashcards, very important aspect of ACCA Study Hub, the best part according to me. Then quizzes. See, you can take chapter 1 quiz. So for example, you've covered the section, now start the quiz. This is something again you can use ACCA Study Hub for. So what is defined as a deliberate act to obtain unfair advantage? That is something a deliberate act. So that is fraud, right? So let's click B. Confirm. Okay, so we'll get answers later on. Like let's just click on anything that we want to. I'm not teaching, so let's confirm. Yeah, so our first one was right. And here, if you check this out, they have given you your answers also. Like for example, my third question went wrong. So let's see. They have given you the correct answer. Like for FR, I saw some of the MCQs were wrong, like 1 or 2. And the correct answer is D. And then they've given you the categories of the threats. And then they've also given you that this topic or this MCQ is related to this particular chapter. So that's the best part. So I can go to that chapter, that section 4.3, and I can see what went wrong. I can revise it from there. And I can also again bookmark this question, highlight this question, right? So this is clearly going to help me. I can add a note to this question also, that this is something why it went wrong, because my ethics, which ethic was wrong here. I can write here that I'm not good in, let's suppose, self-interest. So I need to focus on self-interest, or I need to know the definition of confidentiality. So I am doing bad in that in MCQs. So this is how you can take notes of the things and they will remain there forever. So it's a very useful, I would say it's a like interactive in a way that you can keep notes with you, highlights with you. I mean, there are no ways where ACCA is talking to you in terms of video or audio, but yes, it's quite interactive. Then practice. Okay, see, a Shanti company question, Roy company, Lupoid, Hummings, all these are there, but you can see some new company names as well. So if you go to this particular question, Rigby, I think this is there in your new exam kit. It's on groups. So let's attempt this question. Start practice. So see, Rigby is here. I can plan my answer here. I can plan my response here. I can read the requirements, right? Or I can just skip the question and move to the next one. So here they will tell you how much time you took for the answer. So this is going to help you build your time management and how many questions you've taken. So this is really again helpful. Again, you can take notes, bookmark and highlight in the practice section also. So chapters, again, I would say no need to read chapters from here. Just have a quick go through, like read it from the text. Like for example, your tutor is teaching via lecture. So go through that lecture and then come to Study Hub. Check, okay, this is done in the class, this is done in the class, or this is I've read from the text. Something is extra, take note of it. Then flashcard, of course, this will help you revise whatever you did in class. Quizzes, again, very important. You should do it. Then practice. You can do practice from here, or you can use your exam kits also. So I won't say that practice questions from two sources. I never say so. So I always recommend, if you're using this source, then stick to this. So it depends upon tutor to tutor. What your tutor is using, use the same approach. Okay, if you're self-study, then you can use this resource. So all these Super 20 questions are here, like Verge, MKey, Lyra, then you have DigiWire, all these are Ecoma, all these are part of our DigiWire, right? Super 20 questions. So these are here, right? So this is how your ACCA Study Hub looks like. And I hope you'll be using it for your good and you will not get confused, because now you know that what matters to us is that we have to just go through the chapters quickly and see if there is anything extra which we have done already in the class or in our study text. Then flashcards for every chapter we are going to attend it. Quizzes, again, for every chapter we will attend it. Practice depends upon us whether we are using Kaplan kit, stick to Kaplan kit. Don't then come here. No use of doing so, because same questions are there, right? Same questions on two platforms. So doesn't matter, right? So that's what I would suggest for ACCA Study Hub, totally my personal opinion. So I hope this was a helpful video. Please do share this one with your friends who are confused and excited as well about the ACCA Study Hub. So all the best, everyone. See you super soon in the next video.